What's going on, everybody? Travis with REC Garage, and today I'm not sure when I'm gonna get done, like always, but I've been moving stuff around this morning because I need more room. I just got essentially another vehicle in here. It was up against the wall. Well, part of it's here. It's a 37 Cabriolet. So some of you know I have to build the 37 Cabriolet mild custom or full custom, kind of like this, and it's been against the wall. I did a trade for a car and other things, and now it's of course catching up with me, which is fine. It happens. So my buddy had a 37 Cabriolet club cab, same thing, you know, been trying to sell, made a deal with him, so I got that car to build instead of this one. So now this stuff is mine, and it's, you know, I put most of it upstairs already. I'll show you that quickly. We're moving stuff around here. This stuff here, some of it might be his. I gotta figure, we're taking the best stuff from everything, making his, and then I get the scraps. Doors, cowls, hood, running boards, all that stuff. I brought the old 36 floors up here from past projects, kind of condensing stuff in. Yes, I need racks, but I don't have any right now, so this is gonna have to do. Let's get back down there. The car. Let's see the car. So, let's see it. There it is. And you guys have seen this before because I did a video on this one to try and sell it for my friend. So here it is. Everyone's gonna be all sad that they didn't buy it after we make it low, move the catwalk in, make it a true cabriolet, chop the top and the irons, do the whole deal. Skirts, really low. It's gonna be just as low as Dano's. 38 coupe rear fenders. That's gonna be cool. They're slightly different. They don't just kind of wrap around the back like the 37 does. It kind of comes out and back in. It gives it a nice sleek look. And to my knowledge, they should bolt right on. And this car saves me a bunch of work, him a bunch of money. You know, doors and quarters have been patched, but it's not worth it to go back in there to start, you know, messing with stuff. I gotta situate this car. It's kind of got bolted down to another, I think another chassis or something. He's been messing around moving it, so the doors don't close as well as they did when it was in my shop, because when it was in my shop it was in two pieces essentially, and this floor was done here. He had this floor, so I welded that in, and I made that that back piece there. I don't know if you guys remember that. The true OG subscribers will know this car, and I've had my hands all over it, so I know this car. There is so much more here than what we would have started with all those scraps. So that's a great head start. So what I'm going to do with this is at nighttime start working on the chassis that's underneath the 36. So that chassis is going to get bagged, all stuff, 4-link, independent front. He's got all that stuff either upstairs or in this box. This is the 4-link system with the Firestone sleeve bags. That's for the rear. It's gonna be cool. So that's gonna be first. And the reason I'm working on it at nights is because I technically kind of already got paid for most of this work, so I gotta sneak it in at night. But I'm really excited to work on it because it's like, you know, it's not just patching a panel. It's doing something. So I like this stuff. With, you know, when you're patching a panel, like, yeah, looks like a money shot when you're done, but like, it's boring, I think. Personally, you guys might not think so because you watch. I think it's kind of boring. So this is gonna be exciting work, custom stuff. I like that. So, in this, I just gotta start patching stuff, and we'll get it blasted halfway through, and I'll continue afterwards because I just gotta start moving on this. Got the floor all done, welded together, it's bolted down. It's only in the corner here. It's on the dollies. Don't worry, it's easily pushed away. This is moving nicely. You know, I told you last time why I didn't put this piece on there, because it ain't blasted once it's on there. You know, I don't want to have to take it off again to like paint it or blast it or whatever. So gotta have that blasted before I graft that back on there. And it's right there. blast it, repair a couple pieces on it, put it back in. Because that's a halfway decent floor. That's nothing that you'd want to really scrap. It's a good piece. So I guess I gotta move a couple more things around and then we'll get to work. We'll do something. Haven't recorded all day, but I've been doing some boring stuff. I was doing a little bit of gapping, more gapping on the doors just to make sure they're perfect. And they are, for my standards anyway. Next, this guy here, replace that. This is a Tom Bay piece. He makes nice stuff. So, first thing I did, I had to take the sheathing off of this wood, and we found out there's some termite damage in this guy. So he's probably going to have to get replaced or stabilized or something because it's not safe. This B-pillar is very integral to the structure of the car, and you know, if it's rotten, it's not good. So I see some lead down in here, so I'm gonna take out the torch and start melting that bad stuff out of there, and then I can take some of the paint off, figure out what I got to cut and scribe it and all that fancy stuff. So get the torch and melt out some lead. We got everyone's favorite guy here.
What's up?
Jacob. He's making the other Model A wheel well for this quarter that's almost non-existent. There's supposed to be something here. And this, so got some pitting over here, some pitting over here, deep pitting here, so we're making the wheel well with a little bit of a flange on it to make this piece. And then we're going to do just an angle, stretch it around so it's this radius, weld that to our piece, and then we'll weld the wheel well to this whole quarter. And then we got to make this big giant piece. But for starters, I'm having him do this. He's doing a good job. Did everything himself so far. So hopefully he'll be here full time.
Yeah, at some point soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
I don't see why not.
I don't either. How's it working?
I mean, it's slow going. It's kind of feel like I'm getting to the point where I'm just bending it.
Yeah, helping it around.
Yeah. And that line ended up actually being like right on that.
Oh, okay.
It was fine. Because like, we went over with the shrink and dies a little bit, but I didn't use this over the line yet, so it was alright. But you see what I mean? It's just kind of like...
Yeah. It's coming around though.
It's not flat.
No.
So it's something.
Well, we gotta make sure it stays flat this way, which means more shrinking. Bring it down, but it's getting there. step on it?
Huh?
You step on it?
Yeah.
Whatever works. Getting close? Yeah?
Well, actually, like here, it's not even bad where the bend is now.
Yeah?
Like here, after it loses this strength in the end.
Yeah, but that's whatever.
So what should I do with this?
You gotta get the other side, so when you put a straight edge on it, it's flat.
What side? This? Where should I leave the tank, the top or thing, the safety?
On it. This is surprisingly not that bad.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I shouldn't say that because it's a nice car.
Yeah, I mean,
You know?
the inner structure is usually way worse than the outside, so that looks usable.
Yeah, I don't see. That's not like a deal breaker for like. Oh, this car's a piece of shit, you know? It's not bad. Stuff just went in my eye. Wearing glasses. Every time I don't wear glasses, nothing gets in my eye. Pinholes in here, and I'm just going to take care of that with the MIG welder. Nice and easy. Fill up those pinholes, grind them smooth, and then cover it with this guy. Oh, prime it first, and then cover it with this guy. Boop. Shouldn't be too bad. This one's kind of big, but these two are tiny, so I should be all right. I knew that was coming. That was stupid. Always away from yourself. Cut away from yourself. Scribe away from yourself. Because that shit happens. And it wasn't that bad, but ow, it hurts. So I'm not going to scribe around the whole thing because this is the same size as this. So right now I'm going over it. So that's kind of changing where it sits by a little bit. And I like my shit perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this plane, set it in, and then scribe back over here. Because when I, push it in the metal thickness, it's going to change it. It's going to be too tight. If I just scribed it and tried to weld it, the bottom will be pushed out, or this edge will be pushed out. So, cut this first, and then we'll deal with the back. Boom. Okay. Boom. Bingo. Bango, dude. Sick. That's gonna be nice. So, yeah, I'll work on getting this fitted some more, and I'll come back to you. It shouldn't take too much. Couple forms here and there. Get this tweaked, get that tweaked. Grind a little bit on some of these edges. So this will go right up in there. Yahtzee. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Sick. That's nice. Alright, so we got this nice and trimmed out. I got the rust out of the inside and filled some pinholes and hit it with some self-etch primer. So now this mark right here is where the patch ends, and I gotta weld it to there. There was like 6 pounds of lead that came out of here, this area, which is, normal. That's why they welded it, and, pound it in and let it. So now I just gotta weld it to the top here, around the side, around the corner, then close up that corner. I'm not gonna touch that until it's time. But I think I could probably, there's really no point in welding this. Painting the inside of here, because I'd have to tape up this side. I'd have to tape up the bottom side here. I'd have to tape up the side here, and I have to tape up the top, so there'd be a little spot right in the middle that I could paint, and it's probably going to get burnt anyway when it gets all hot. So I'm not going to paint this tiny piece. I'll try and shoot some paint in from the inside, just to protect it, but I know everyone's shouting weld through primer. It doesn't work. Doesn't work as good as you want it to. Maybe for a MIG weld I've found that it actually works. But when you're TIG welding stuff, I don't care what anyone says, that stuff melts, gets into your weld, porosity happens, and I just don't like it, so don't use it. And guys, remember, I still make these Model A cowl patches, cowl patch extensions, because sometimes your A is damaged here in the cowl where the firewall meets up to it, and there's really no replacement piece unless you know, find another whole cowl side. Actually, Brookville, I think, makes a whole cowl side, but you need to buy that instead of just a little patch. And if it's routed down here, and sometimes it's routed on this flange too, got you covered. Make this a little bit bigger so you can trim. You might have to trim this, you might not. You know, every one of these is different. And I also make these supports that go behind your cowl patch. Because when that part rots out behind there, this usually rots too. And this is just spot welded to the support behind the material for the cowl, the body side. And then the whole cowl side wraps around this and spot welds to the bottom. So if it's so rotted, sometimes you don't know that this is even supposed to be there. So I got these and those. Got a couple orders randomly. I haven't sold these in a while because I don't push anything that I make, especially shirts or products. You know, I come out with it once and then I tell you guys, and then kind of don't mention it. I still make them because I have dies for the Pullmax. I can make them anytime I want. So just remember, when you order them, you got to give me a little bit of time, because I stuff it in now and then. I don't know if you can tell, it's pitch black out. It's pretty late, so I just have to, I found some time. I could do these, knock them out. So I might make a few extra so I can keep them in stock, because that would be really nice. And I got to update the website because I'm now making these out of 19 gauge original Ford steel thickness, so you don't have to, you know, worry about the new patch being thicker or yada yada. Because I know welding thick to thin is not fun, and all these companies make patches and they're all 18 gauge. And that's fine, it's stronger than the metal you're putting in there, but for a finishing perspective, it's harder to finish off a panel when you're welding thick to thin. So I make them out of 19 now. And I guess that's it. I really don't know what's on this video anymore. I probably said that a million times. Kelly's probably edited them all out. But as you know, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, there's no video. I've just been taking care of other stuff in the shop, and I haven't really been recording anything, you know, taking a small little vacation from posting every weekday on YouTube. But I'm back at it now, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.